Good evening, everybody. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It is just again such fun to be back. I'm always looking forward to be here on Tuesdays. And then this time I'm not saying 5 p.m. EST because that was before. As you can see, I've got a new time here. So I'm going to be here at 3:30 EST PM, 3:30 p.m. EST and 8:30 p.m. GMT. And it's the same conversation, the same energy or same vibrancy here. Now, I'm slightly looking for my words and searching for my words because a few minutes just before we started, some new ideas came to me, and then I just love how spirit works. So I'm going to share about the new ideas in a minute. So if this is your first time, thank you very much for joining me here. If you are coming back week after week, I really appreciate your attention and your support. And I want to say, because I always want to say my gratitude for Ask One Radio. So we are live on Ask One Radio, even on Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. And I'm your host, Zsuzsanna Hörcsög. I'm a psychic, a medium, an intuitive teacher, a coach, a healer, and a therapist. And this is our show, Zsuzsanna Medium. So new show time, wonderful opportunities. So I'm really looking forward to maybe sometimes taking you outside, because 8:30 p.m. summertime in the UK, I can still see the lights out there. So it's quite wonderful to be here. Now, if you were here the last 3 weeks, we had two wonderful guests. We had Angela Barker, and then we had Bridget Ree, both from the UK, talking about very earthy energies, how we work with candles, spells, herbs, spices, the cauldron, or the witchy, or the very, very earthy energies. And then we also had Bridget, who talked about her channeling work. So two very, very different, slightly different, yes, different approaches. So I really, really enjoyed having them here. And now moving into June and July, that is what I'm feeling, and I'm really looking forward to being here and bring you more wonderful conversations and really interesting guests. So stay tuned in, because, for instance, next week I will have Stephanie J. King coming back. If you remember, she was here, I think, sometime in February. And in 3 weeks' time, I will have another two wonderful mediums. So stay tuned in, because it feels like that I might be running out of Tuesdays and weeks in each month, because I have so many people in my mind or in conversation, which I quite enjoy doing, Spirit always puts us somewhere where we need to be and create what we need to create. So, hey, let's just play with the opportunity. So I'm here. Now, I wanted to talk to you about various things, but quite interestingly, just before I started this show, I was listening to a wonderful group King Singers, and how they have the sing-along version of various music, Talis, for instance, or Bach's music, or the medieval, beautiful compositions, choral compositions. And it's wonderful because you can sing along, because you see the notations. So myself as a musician, it's quite easy to sing any part of the compositions. But what really came to me while I was singing Miserere, I tend to conduct because I enjoy that aspect of my life, and I was a conductor. And then it brought back a piece of memory. Some time ago, I was conducting children. I was working with children, teaching music, conducting children's choirs. Absolutely my joy. And you are just so alive when you work with music or when you work with children. And then when everything is being combined, then, oh my goodness me, you are fully alive. And then I remember, just like listening to this wonderful group, conducting, going along and singing and conducting. On one occasion, when we were in this beautiful church, and that was our carol service. That's a very wonderful school I used to work. and we had a carol service, and I was conducting a children's choir, girls' school, beautiful environment. And I don't know, hundreds and hundreds of people sitting behind me and all over the place. And then when you are singing, when you are creating something with this wonderful group of children, there is something very, very special in the air. And then the children were beautifully trained because I made them work in a way. We really created wonderful things there. But then the very, very last chord, they always had to listen. Of course, they have to listen. We are listening to each other and we are watching each other. And I remember raising my hand up, and then the children knew what to expect, and then sort of the timing. But then the timing, when you are in the mode of creation, the time and the space dissolves, you are not in the space. So everybody knows when you are in a creative environment that things can happen differently. And I remember there was one particular composition when I was raising my hand, and I just had to hold my hand up a little bit longer than what the children would be expecting. And then, to be honest, I was thinking, oh my goodness, there will be one who might start singing earlier, because this is how they knew, how the body, how the voice, how the brain remembers the patterns. But then they were beautifully, beautifully watching. And then quite beautifully, I remember when I was raising my hand, I was feeling that it was not me who was raising my hand, but spirit. An absolutely, absolutely beautiful, beautiful feeling, and somehow really feel the space around me and feel the space under my arm. And I was just truly, truly feeling that energy. And then I was really present to how I could see that energy on the faces of the children and then in the eyes of the children, because I felt that in that very moment, we all felt that something very, very special was created. And then you could hear a pin. You could not hear a pin drop. You could hear a pin drop in that beautiful church, big space. But then there was that very, very wonderful moment. And then now, preparing for this show, I wanted to talk about many, many different things, but Spirit gave me this music. I had to sing along. I had to conduct, and then bring you this piece of memory, because it really reminded me of that spirit is always there. Consciousness is always there, and then whatever we have planned, we have created, we were planning something happen, and then whether it happens this way or whether it happens the other way, we just need to always remember that we are looked after and we are held. Spirit, consciousness, the beautiful, beautiful energies, Mother Earth's energies are holding us safely, even when we are feeling it otherwise, And then that really brought me wonderful memories back from that concert, and the message that actually I never realized, or I was never thinking that actually, Spirit is lifting my hand, because I was just so busy with everyday things, sorting out the parts, sorting out the music, making sure that the violin is tuned, making sure that everybody's standing perfectly beautifully at their places. We all know what is happening. So everything was really beautifully created. But then in that very moment, Spirit just had to show, that the consciousness had to show me that actually this is what happens. Even when we are in a creative flow, we are being held. So my invitation to you is that whether you are creating something, whether you are focusing on something, creating or manifesting or bringing something forward, and then we could have, yes, the structure, we could have the ideas in our lives. In our everyday life, we can have the plan, and we could feel one way or another. We could feel frustrated. We could feel the anger. We could feel anything really, when something is not happening in a way how we want it to happen. So just pause, bring yourself back to yourself, feel that space. Sometimes we just have to feel the space, actually not just sometimes, but that is the whole meaning, that is the reason all I'm talking about it. We just need to feel the space of ourselves and what is around us, because spirit of consciousness is always there. And it's not that they are there and I'm here, but because I am part of it, I just have to bring myself back to that space of realization that it's always good. We are always good in good hands. So I hope you really enjoy this little chit chat of mine. It was quite different from what I wanted to tell you, but then again, all the other conversations, when I say what I want to tell you, make sure that you visit my web page or my Facebook page or all the different pages, always Zsuzsanna Medium, zsuzannamedium.com, where I tend to talk about various things, so you can find me there as well. But then today, after all the guests being here last 3 weeks, I decided to have invite 2 callers to do reading. So let's see what we are going to create here. So I can see Linda in Hartsville from the USA is ready. So Linda, South Carolina, thank you. South Carolina, thank you very much. Is ready. So Linda, can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can.
Oh, beautiful. So let's see. How can I help you today, please?
Are you a medium or just a?
I'm a psychic and a medium, so I'm working on all the different levels. Yes, whatever spirit is giving.
My husband died in February, and it was unexpected, COVID. I didn't get to be with him, and I just want to know if he's okay, and if I'll ever get over the guilt of not being there till the very end. I didn't know if he knew I was there with him.
Okay, bless you. I'm sorry to hear your loss, because it sounds quite recent. When you said, I just want to recap, you said your mom passed due to COVID.
My husband.
Pardon?
It was my husband in February.
Okay, your husband, apologies, your husband, thank you. Your husband who passed with COVID in February. Okay. Sometimes happens, spirit is ready to come forward, and sometimes, we tend to say, just wait for a few minutes. Let's see if I have any conversation with him. Now, what I feel that immediately before we clarified it is your husband, I feel that it's like I'm putting something there. I'm in the middle of doing things. I'm in the middle of my own life. And then I'm not able to continue. I'm not able to set the plates, put the plates on the table, and it really fears that yes. Well, I understand. When you get that, that experience, a lot of people sadly get it or receive it or pass. But then it's quite sudden. So even if I feel that, when he was feeling that, oh, now I need to tackle this, I feel that he tried to do things quickly, as if quickly I'm trying to do things, as if I'm trying to write emails and letters quickly, as if I want to reach people in my life quickly. Would you understand that, please?
Mm-hmm.
I just want to make sure I'm really, with your husband here. Would you understand the gentleman? I don't know how tall you are, but he's showing himself a little bit taller. I'm feeling I've got my brown hair, and I'm feeling quite, strong in my shoulder, but not overpoweringly strong. But I'm feeling quite present. I'm feeling the strength. I'm not feeling very, very old either in my body. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah, he's tall.
Yes. It's like I'm feeling quite sporty, but I never really pushed myself because I did not want to be the person who is really bulking, that type of body. But then while I'm talking about his energy, he's showing me how he's able to pick up a child with one hand, that is like a sun. Would you understand sun energy, please? A sun.
Yes.
Yes, he's talking about a little sun.
The grandson, probably.
Can you repeat that, please?
Probably a grandson.
Or a grandson,
yes. Pick him up with one hand.
Yes. It feels like 3 and 4, like a little boy, and I'm always ready.
Yes.
And it's like I want to do the balancing, but it's a very, very joking energy, very, very, very playful. But at the same time, he could be very much present to anybody when it came to serious conversations, I have the energy with him is somebody who's very deep, a lot of wisdom, and then very much ready to counsel or listen to people. Would you understand that energy, please?
Yes.
Yes, and it's somebody who's listening to people and then listening to all options and then all the conversation, and then he would give the advice. I need to say that counsel. So I don't know whether he was working in that environment, but I feel that is his energy. That is his energy. Now he's talking about an apple. When I'm getting objects, sometimes we need to take the object objectively like an apple, but then for some reason he's giving me this big apple. So might be an object around the house, maybe a cushion or something in the kitchen or in the environment. It feels like that there is a larger size of apple, a red apple he's giving me. Would you understand an apple, please? An object.
I don't know. Could be.
Okay, that's absolutely fine. I'm taking the apple in a way that I'm ready to share, I'm ready to share. And I'm feeling that within my boundaries, within my boundaries. But even when I feel that I'm feeling quite comfortable, I feel I'm feeling quite content what I have created in my life. And I have had so many plans. Now he's showing me a sail, sailing. So I don't know whether I'm around with water or sailing, but it feels like the energy of sailing, that easiness, overcoming the difficulties, and then I'm sailing. And I'm always ready to bring somebody on board, I feel like I'm working with one person and I'm taking the person on their journey. And then when the person is helped, then I'm choosing somebody else. I also feel that he was going overseas or in a country with a different culture. It feels like overseas, where he was doing either some kind of charity work or some helping other people or having that interest of helping people or in other cultures. Would you understand that, please?
Yeah, he didn't never go over a country, but he did like to help people.
Yes. Okay. But maybe I'm taking it as like different cultures, like helping people. But for some reason, I'm feeling that sense of broadly, like broad. In my mind, I'm seeing the word in a broad manner, broadly. I'm seeing. There was something else he was saying. Would you understand the number 57, please? 56 and 57, please. Or possibly 1956 and 57.
He was born in 69.
Okay, 69. Okay, so we are not 52nd. I don't want to make it fifth, but then he's talking about these numbers as well, and also the 12th and then the 19th of February as someone's birthday, passing, or celebration. If you understand that, please. March.
Yes.
March.
Yes.
I need to give you. And I'm also aware there is a little girl with a ribbon in her hair, and then I'm helping that person to do the little ribbon, and then just making sure that everybody is fine. I feel that he would not have gone to bed before having spoken to everybody in the family or the very close family. Just wanting to make sure that everybody is fine. That is his energy. That is what he's bringing forward.
Yeah, that was his granddaughter. That was his whole heart.
Okay. Now he's talking about a suitcase, a suitcase, as if I am traveling or getting ready. Or please also understand, because I know the way how I'm working is slightly changing. So it's quite interesting. I'm just going along with what Spirit is giving me. But then a suitcase in the sense of it's not that I'm just packing, but then getting ready, like encouraging you on that journey. So it's either I'm physically taking a journey or energetically, I am, I have packed and it's already there. And it's not that now from today, from this point, you are getting ready, but it has been already there. Now you said your husband passed in February, but then he's making a reference to 3 months. What is 3 months? A little bit after after February, but I feel that 3 months, last 3 months, it has been already there, that suitcase, And then what he's saying, that instead of unpacking and going back to normal or feeling how you are, like how you would feel normally, he's encouraging you to keep the suitcase ready. So it's whether I'm physically traveling, but it feels more energetically, when you feel that now I'm strong enough to pick up my suitcase, how I packed and how I prepared, then I'm taking that path, taking that journey, Would you understand that, please? That is what he's making a reference. Now he's talking about August, and I need to go for the 2nd and the 5th of August. And then I feel it's more of a celebration, like a celebration where family members come together, and something what he would quite enjoy attending. He's not a person who is really putting himself in the center of any party or any gathering, but then he would be the one who want to make sure that everybody feels at ease, when there is a social setting up or a party, and he would be the one who talks to the person nobody choosing to talk to, and they're just making sure that everybody feels at ease, and then just really, and then even when inviting friends, like making sure that everyone's needs are being catered for, every all of that beautiful energy is very delicate, like has a heart of like a lion, that is what I'm feeling like, or I'm getting, like somebody who's really open in the heart center, It's like, what I'm feeling in his heart is this beam, the light beam, like a sunlight. That is the energy. That is, and then even when he feels that when he was feeling a little bit like feeling a few clouds, but then he already had that conversation, that understanding, awareness that when clouds will pass, they will pass. Even if you have the sky full of clouds and darker clouds for a few days or a few weeks, but then watch out for the clear sky. Now he's giving me a very special word for the when we call each other darling or sweetheart. He's using this one as well, putting this one here as well. He's acknowledging the pictures. I'm aware of 2 or 3 pictures, 2 or 3 photos, particularly 2 photos which you put in a frame in a very special place, and I'm feeling the silver energy, light around, and then he really enjoys that. And then you give the wink, how you are looking at those pictures from the side and then from the corner of your eyes, because they are placed, you put them somewhere where you see them, where you can always see them, and it feels that wherever you are in the room, he's always looking at you, so he's acknowledging it. And then he's saying that, when you blink, when you wink, then he's sending the same energy, the same sparkle back to you. He's saying that you are doing everything beautifully and you are doing everything perfectly, even when you are questioning yourself. He's saying that, put that cloak of self-doubt down. He's using the word darling, but he's using it in a slightly different way, and I feel that he's quite good at imitating people's voices, and I'm feeling that deep sound with him as well. So this is what he's giving you, and then he's giving you a beautiful beautiful bunch of red roses. I was going for one, but then he's giving me this beautiful, and it's beautiful. The flowers are beautifully organized, arranged in a beautiful. And then I don't know whether you have that glass vase, but I'm feeling a smaller glass vase which has a globe, or the sphere, like circular. That is what I'm putting the flowers in, and that is what he's giving you there. And then he's also acknowledging the candles you light, and then he's sending you songs, sending you music, So it's he's saying that, listen out to a song when you are going to hear the sunshine. There are words about sunshine as well,
Yeah.
So
when you said that August 2nd, 5th, we are planning a trip, a vacation trip with the grandkids. So.
Yes, I am not entirely sure if I can hear you very, very clearly. But what I can say that I hope what was said and what was passed on so far, it makes sense, Linda.
It does. Thank you so much.
You are very, very welcome. I just want to just again, because that is what he's showing, that love, that big heart, big love from his heart, and then this big bear hug. That is what he's giving, this beautiful, beautiful, warm hug. That is what he's passing, So Linda, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just lovely working with you, and I'm again sorry for your loss, but then you see Spirit and then all our loved ones are just so very much around us, and I feel that you are already communicating with him, and then he's very, very eager, having the conversation going on with you, continuing with you. So Linda, thank you very much for being here. The other lovely guest who was here, please find me on my Facebook page, Zsuzsanna Medium, and I will be very happy to conduct a reading for you there as well. Now it looks like we've got maybe 2 minutes or 1 minute now. Before I bring this conversation to closure, time goes really quickly. Oh my goodness me. Now, those of you who are in the UK, I will be in Lincolnshire Showground this weekend, Saturday and Sunday, organized by the wonderful Liz and Ian from Nottingham, organizing these wonderful events where I will be doing my reading. So if you are nearby, I know people travel from all over the place to find us there. So it's going to be a fantastic opportunity. So that's in Lincoln this weekend. Also, I have recorded my Zsuzsanna's Zodiac, my take on Zodiacs, on my Facebook page or YouTube page. You can find it there. So you can find and enjoy. And then again, if you are on my Facebook page, I'm just saying, because that's my main page right now, I'm creating new opportunities to interact with you and then creating the communities. And I know quite a lot of you are already there. So I really appreciate your love, and it's just so beautiful to work with all of you. So I think I'm just going to bring my conversation to the very end. I love being here and I'm grateful. And that was our show, Zsuzsanna Medium, episode 20 here on Ask One Radio. And be back next week because we will have Stephanie J. King. We are just discussing what we are going to talk about, and stay tuned in. And I'm just sending you lots of love and many blessings. And remember, when we live there, when we are in the inquest, Spirit and consciousness is there to help us on our way. So thank you very much. I'm sending you lots of love, many blessings, and bye for now. Bye.